smash the like button. Also, I would rather be a mid-card guy on TV every week in the WWE over not being on television at all in All Elite Wrestling.
All the hardcore fans of All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling, they give fans a bad name because they love to reach like basketball players. They hate to look in the mirror because how can you give me this argument when I could turn around and give you this same argument by your same logic, right? So I saw this dumbass tweet from this incel mark of All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. I'm telling you, I've seen multiple tweets of dumbass fans like this. They love to call out Sean Spears, Dragon Lee, Ray Phoenix, Jordan Grace, Brian Pillman Jr., right? Their main talking point is, oh, the World Wrestling Federation, they are doing nothing with these talents. Dude, what were they doing in All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling? This was a step up. Listen, bro, at the end of the mother effing day, Sean Spears is better off in NXT compared to All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. As long as you're doing better than your last employment, you win. What was Brian Pillman Jr. doing on Dynamite besides jobbing out to MJF? What was he doing? He was not on TV. Ricky Starks, Paige, they were not on TV. Once again, if you are doing better than your last place of employment, you win. Let's just say this. By your logic, if you're not Cody Rhodes, you fail. That's their bar. That's unfair. So if Brian Pillman Jr. is not Cody Rhodes, that means Brian Pillman Jr. is a failure? So if Jordan Grace isn't Jade Cargill, that means Jordan Grace is a failure? So if Ray Phoenix, if he's not Cody Rhodes, that means he's a failure? If Ethan Page is not Cody Rhodes, that means he's a fucking failure? That's your bar. That's your mother effing bar. Cody Rhodes. That's not fucking fair, right? So if Ethan Page is not a main eventer like Cody Rhodes, that means he's a failure. That's every fan's logic of All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. That is a incel, misguided, rage bait logic, bruh. It's about TV time. It's about being important on TV. Brian Pillman Jr., he's on TV every week. More hours than his whole entire run in All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. He's better off as a mid-card guy than not being on TV at all on Dynamite. What's your point? Dragon Lee? At least Dragon Lee is on TV every week. That's all that matters, bruh. Nobody cares about becoming the next Cody Rhodes. I swear to God, if Rusev does not challenge for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, these marks will say, well, Rusev is a failure because he's not Cody Rhodes. That's your bar. I don't get it, bro. If I'm Brian Pillman Jr., take what you can get. Beggars can't be choosers. Which company is he better off at? On TV every week on the CW network or not on TV on Dynamite? Which one is better? Ethan Page jobbing out on Collision or Ethan Page on pay-per-views, the Great American Bash, one-time NXT World Heavyweight Champion, one-time North American Champion? This man, he's over. Way more than his run in All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. Once again, there's levels to this. It's like a job. If you're better off at your new job, you win. That's all that matters, man. Everybody knows Brian Pillman Jr. now because of the CW network. Everybody knows who the fuck he is. Let's talk about Sean Spears. Let's talk about Sean Spears. He has his own faction. He's a North American champion, former. He's better off in NXT. Yes, most likely he will not move up to the main roster. That's not the point of his comeback. The point of his comeback is make sure he's booked better than his run in All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. That is all that motherfucking matters. Let's talk about Jordan Grace. Let's talk about Jordan Grace, a former female from TNA. TNA in All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling, they don't mix well. What about Josh Alexander? What about Big Cass? What about Diana Purrazzo? What about John Morrison? What about Taya Valkyrie? These are jobbers in all elite fake pro wrestling. So just imagine Jordan Grace in the hands of Con Man. Bruh, Jordan Grace just got here. Yes, you are the voice of the fucking marks. Yes, you are. Holy shit. Because if Jordan Grace is not booked like Miss Flair, that means Jordan Grace is a failure? So if Pentagon Jr., if he's not booked like Cody Rhodes, that means he's a failure? So if the Motor City Machine Guns are not booked like Cody Rhodes, that means those men are failures? Let's talk about Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. Bruh, those guys are in their 40s. At this point, this is their last stop. At the end of the mother effing day, those men are former tag team champions on the main roster. At this point, who cares how those two men are booked? The World Wrestling Federation, this is their bucket list. What more do you want? Those guys can retire right now and still be happy because they became tag team champions in TNA and in the World Wrestling Federation on the main roster. What more do you want? Once again, if you're not booked like Cody Rhodes, well, that means you're a failure. What about Brian Pillman Jr.? He's better off in the World Wrestling Federation. He's in angles. He's in storylines. What more do you want? He is making his dad proud. He's on TV every week. That man is successful. He's on video games now. How come Brian Pillman Jr. was not on Fight Forever? That's my point. He's better off where he's at. At the end of the day, is Brian Pillman Jr. doing better down in NXT compared to his old company? Yes, that's all that matters. Not everybody has to be a main eventer. Will Brian Pillman Jr. become a main event guy on the main roster? Most likely, I'm gonna say no, but he will be a solid, serviceable mid-card guy. Every company needs a solid mid-card guy. At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep on driving it home in your fucking brain. Brian Pillman Jr. is better off in this company. He has a character. He's on TV every week for a company that gets more viewership. So, by your logic, Sean Spears, he's not better off? A former North American champion. He was a lackey for Maxwell. He was doing nothing. Hell, Shawn Michaels taught Tony Khan how to book Sean Spears. He taught Tony Khan how to book Brian Pillman Jr. That's all I'm saying. Every guy, every female that you saw in that tweet, yes, they are better off in this company. What about Zarya? Right? What about Zarya? Nigga, she was on the card at Evolution Part 2. Like, my God, man, you people suck at rage bait, right? At least when I rage bait, I speak facts that you can't handle, right? There's levels to rage bait where all you are doing is trying to engagement farm. Nigga, I don't engagement farm nothing. When I rage bait, I speak facts behind my rage bait that people can't handle. I got facts to back me up. This tweet, there's no facts. There's no evidence to back this up. Jordan Grace just got here. She's fighting for championships. Nigga, she was just at Evolution. Jordan Grace just had a match at Evolution for the female NXT World Heavyweight Championship, and she just got here. Just imagine if Jordan Grace won that title. Now, what about Dragon Lee? Dragon Lee is being mentored by the great Rey Mysterio Jr. That man is on TV every week with a bigger company that gets more viewership. Okay, by your same logic, do you think that Dragon Lee would be a main eventer on Dynamite? Of course not. So yes, nigga, he's better off where he's at. Can we please lower the nonsense? Can we please speak from a logical standpoint? It's like, what more can Paul Levesque do with a Dragon Lee? He's perfect where he's at. Dragon Lee is a solid, serviceable mid-card guy. That's what he is. It's like, wow, you people are fucking marks. Because the moment Brian Pillman Jr. signed with NXT, I never said that he was going to become a main event talent. No, I never said that. I said he will be a solid North American champion. That's all I said. I said that was his ceiling. That's all. You see, because I'm smart. I don't speak nonsense. I don't farm for likes and clicks. I go for facts and evidence in every video. Once again, the new talking point is, if you're not Cody Rhodes, that means you're a failure. Okay, by that same logic, I guess Bobby Lashley is a failure. Because it looks like MJF is the new leader of the Hurt Business. So by your same logic, is Bobby Lashley better off in All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling carrying MJF's bags? That's what he's doing. He is a worthless tag team champion. Nobody cares about those tag team titles. They have no competition. His job is to protect MJF, the new leader of the Hurt Business. Bobby went from a multiple-time World Heavyweight Champion in the World Wrestling Federation, a badass, a leader of the Hurt Business. He goes from that to now a Jewish man named Maxwell is the new leader of the Hurt Business, a black group. Wow, how about you let that sink in? So, who's better off in their new company, Shawn Spears or Bobby fucking Lashley? Also, I saw Andrade in that tweet. You mean the same Andrade who's about to fight for the Tag Team World Heavyweight Championships with Rey Fenix? So, like, bruh, watch the product. You're not watching. None of you marks watch the product. That's all you do is rage bait, engagement bait. That's all you do. That tweet is a prime example. Imagine saying Paul Levesque is doing nothing with Rey Fenix and Andrade, the same tag team that are about to fight for the World Tag Team Championships. Them? It's like, wow, man, you people are such dummies.